And what are the guidelines what Reserve Bank of India has sort of put in across, and give a color of what all we should look at from a security point of view. So that's the whole idea of my session, which will be about 10-15 minutes, depending upon maybe this limit. And idea here is to walk you through what we see the global trends and what are the security challenges, and specifically on attack trends per se, so that you understand when you're actually setting up the operations and how secure are they. And security will play a very important role because the regulator himself is coming out with cybersecurity guidelines, specifically for NBFC. And I'm going to talk about that in a deep dive session, which talks about which are the areas what the regulator is asking you to look at more in depth, and how you should look at from a coverage point of view. Briefly, security, when we looked at security in the last 20 years, we looked at, okay, there is a problem, buy a box, put it, and the problem is sorted out. And that's the traditional way of looking at security. And the problem definition has been like a moving target, and you need a firewall, you need an antivirus, you need an IPS, you need an application control, you need a sandboxing, and then you go buy a box, and then fit it into your network, and you're putting a check mark saying yes and comply. But in reality, it's slightly different when we look at security per se. And the way the market is also in a sort of moved across. Disabled antivirus is not working. So if you look at it, the way we looked at security stacks is, there's layers of security. But today with the hybrid cloud environment coming in, data is no more on-premise. The data is, part of it is in your workloads is in Amazon, part of your workload is in Azure Cloud in terms of Office 365. So suddenly we are opening up a very different infrastructure, which is traditionally not a typical north and southbound. But suddenly your workload is moving from east-west. When I say east-west, it goes out of your perimeter, it goes into a cloud A, it goes back into a cloud C, and then it comes back. So the nature of traffic, what we traditionally looked at, has changed. And that's the undercurrent. And if you look at it, what is an effective security architecture? Attacks are going much, much higher. And very interestingly, if you look at the complexity of the attacks, has also changed a lot. When I say complexity, and I'll walk you through a few of those recent examples, which will give you an idea of where the complexities are changing, and also how quickly you can detect them. What kind of mechanisms what you have from a detection efficacy point of view. And if you look at it, any large-scale attack goes through a stage. And a hacker today no more has a time to create a code red or a NIMDA virus, and then sort of spread it across and do a heap and spray. Today the attacks are very targeted. They know exactly what code you run, what code you have not patched, and what vulnerability what you are running, and then they launch a particular payload, which suits your environment. So things have changed from a nature of attack point of view, and all of these stages of attacks goes through different payload delivery mechanism per se. So what is a good, effective security posture? We know there is a threat. We know there is a capability to detect that. For example, the very popular recent example everybody talks about is the Equifax hack. And the hack actually happened because of a software called, a vulnerability called Apache Status. And an L2 engineer in Equifax didn't update that particular patch, and a 118-year-old company lost 50% of its market share. The CEO is gone, the CIO is gone, the chief security officer is gone. Right? So the repercussions could be very, very drastic if you actually don't look at your threat detection and how do you actually sort of respond and make the time to detect very small. So the fundamental security posture is how do I make sure from a detection to a remediation or a response is short. And if you look at it, the Equifax patch was found in March 10th, where publicly people have said, by March 10th, this is the patch and this is how you need to, sort of patch that particular third-party login. But Equifax took, the attack actually happened in May, and they got it realized only in bit of September. So from March to September, the vulnerability window was open. And this is a real-life case, and this is happening around us. And everybody heard, and there's a lot of hue and cry about WannaCry, and I'm not going to detail about what is WannaCry, and that's not my motive. But if you carefully look at it, WannaCry used certain functions called eternal glue. How the malware actually sort of track, the moves from one point A to point B. And the same function, eternal glue, was actually used in another attack as well. So if you look at it, there's a recent attack which actually happened. These are very popular attacks in the first half of 2017. It's a different variant, Netia, but essentially what happened was a malware was planted on an accounting software called MeDoc, and the accounting software has to get an update, right? And the hackers actually went and planted the malware in the update software, and suddenly they got 80% of a country. 80% of the country's machines were under their control. So the nature of attacks has changed. Today the most popular mechanism is to look at supply chain attacks. So look at the most popular utility or software what you use and plant the updates, malware in the update server. And this is the trend what we are seeing. And if you look at CC Cleaner, CC Cleaner is a very popular cleaning utility what Mac uses. Close to about 5 million downloads a week. Right? The hackers went and planted the malware in the CC Cleaner updates. Right? So the easiest vehicle on which a large-scale attack can actually happen is through a supply chain, because you have a trusted relationship between that software vendor and yourself, and you assume the transaction is much more safer. And if you look at it, the reason why I connected the dots of WannaCry and Netia, and the recent one, which is the Bad Rabbit, which recently happened in the month of October, they all used a very common function called eternal glue. Right? The way in which a Microsoft SMB vulnerability will be used